Welcome back to podcast 7. On podcast 6, I talked about my serious sickness when I was born and I had severe jaundice, and my chances of survival were pretty slim, and I could have maybe just died and I may not have been here talking to you now. And that was the big problem. And remember, I told you the solution and the outcome and the hard work that my mother and all that put through. I'm here. And, when you stay in a resourceful state of mind, I think things work out. And that's what I've learned from my mother. And that was the recap from podcast 6. Moving back or moving forward to now podcast 7. As I told you, I'd gone for my 10 days of Vipassana meditation, and it was really that's what I needed it for my peace of mind and my sanity and my stress that I had for the last 5 months with projects and all that stuff was going on. And it's always a battle to stay grounded, stay humble, stay within your resourcefulness state of mind, stay in your heart, stay grateful, and always be available to good cause where you're able to contribute and have a sympathetic joy of serving. And that has been my mission in life. Today, I'm just going to talk about the big problem, the big one that I really had. It's probably one of the biggest one I had, self-image. That was my problem. I mean, it came in when I was little, and the self-image was I didn't like myself. And to compensate that not liking myself, I use my controlling behavior. I was very, that somehow or other is built in and it's still there. And I always have to work on making sure that controlling behavior doesn't show up. And to compensate that, as a child, I was a joker. I was joking around and having fun and all that thing. And also another compensation that I had is I used to be always angry when somebody bullies me or somebody's unfair to me. And I would violently get angry. And, even if I was not strong physically, as I was very slim and was like a hanger when, I was still age 22. But, I was just very angry. And, that was all because of one big problem. I didn't like me because of whatever went through my childhood and went through situation with my parents and seeing how they were struggling and they were coping up in their marriage, in the finances, and other stuff. I just felt that I will be nothing, won't be able to achieve anything. And that's really very pathetic to feel the way I used to feel. And thank God that, through my massive work towards improving my self image by, getting coaching and attending so many of self-improvement seminar. And one of the things that really transformed me was one of the Tony Robbins seminar that I attended um, called Unleash the Power Within. And he does the Dickens process where, you go through some limiting belief. And my limiting belief was, I'm very poor. I'll always have to work hard. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm just going to always struggle. And imagine with that kind of a self image, my work ethic was really very good. I used to work always hard, but even in spite of even working hard, I was still very unhappy with it because it was fueling from that self image that I'm not good enough, so I have to work hard to compensate for that versus feeling wow, I need to pat myself for working hard. With this Tony Robbins Dickens process I went through, you could look it up what Dickens process is, and maybe you could even attend the Tony Robbins seminar. And I tell you, that's one of the biggest challenge we all have, whether we are poor, rich, middle class, good looking, bad looking, excellent looking, if we have some exceptional skills and all that thing, we all have somewhere in that corner, we always comparing ourselves to others. And when we compare, that self-image gets affected. And you know what? One of my coach, Lori, told me, there is never self-comparison. It's so fallacy. You are you. Show me anyone who is just like you. Impossible. You original. There's no duplicate. And we all have strength. We all have some skills that we could contribute to. And we need to really feel proud about us. We need to really feel that gift that we have within us and serve it. I can never be a good basketball player, or I could never be a good chess player, but I could be a great pharmacist, a great health and wellness coach, which I'm always working on myself, because that's something that drives me. That's something that makes me come alive. So, the outcome and the solutions for you guys would be, what I've learned is take a pause, really take a good inventory of yourself and see what are some special traits that you have. We all have it, and be proud of it, because, comparison is useless. So I want to end this podcast number 7 with a clear cut message for you. Love yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Unconditionally. Just feel within you that God doesn't create any junk. We all were born with skills, talents, and we all have a purpose. You just have to believe it, work towards it. And as I mentioned it to you, stay in a grateful state of mind, stay in a resourceful state of mind, and life will be really good. Till then, I just want to say goodbye. And in podcast number 8, I'll move forward with some other challenges that I went through and how those challenges has impacted my quality of life, have really brought suffering to me, people around me, within my family, and all that thing. Till then, wishing all of you happy Thanksgiving. Stay in a thankful state of mind. And remember, use your talent to serve others. Till then, love you. Stay well. God bless you.